Welcome to episode 1 of our game sessions, 3D game programming. Nice. Yep, we've set it all up, so I just click on this, I guess, and it should load. This is Windows. Yes, it loads. Lovely. I've taken the time out to give myself something different. So I now have a master branch and a YouTube branch. So I'll do the programming on here and I'll transfer it to the master once we're finished and everything's working. This is the state of play. Wow. Now, if I press play, what happens? Bink, it worked. Now, did anybody notice the mistake I made? And it's a C++ mistake, and this is a C++ programming environment that I've got in front of me. Int without a return. That's an error. That's a blatant outright error. You have to have a return at the end. If you don't, in C++, it just won't compile, but it just did. Thank you, Windows. Microsoft, please fix the bugs on these things. God. I don't know. Another reason why I don't use Microsoft. Because it's wrong. Amber display, the window. Oh, what can we do with that? Well, we can do one thing I know that we want to do. My keyboard's in a weird position again. Is that any better? Window dot. What can we do? We can set background color, that'll do. And I want it at 0.1 f, comma 0.05 f, half there, and 0.025. Yeah, that'll do nicely. And I want the window to be solid, not see-through. But you could have it see-through if you wanted. That's that. What we're going to do today is main loop, main game loop. So what do you want to call it? Actually, just call it main game. Yeah, that'll do. So main game. And then it'll be just game, won't it? And that will take the window. That's what I want to program. And I also want to program game .go. Right, that's the whole of the function complete. So we'll need to have a main game. So under source, make sure I'm in the right mode first. It says folder, yep. So under source, new item. Make sure it says source down here, yep. I will have, do my header file first. And I'm just going to call it main game. Oops. There we go, that's the header file. There's that. Look, it puts Pragma once in for me. Oh, aren't they clever? They know how to spell it. Well done, guys. New item. CPP file. Never put a class in because it'll just put it on the top layer no matter what you do. It's stupid that way. Doesn't work. So that's main game. Doesn't place it where you need it, put it that way. And then to change something after you've done it in this system is a nightmare. It just doesn't like it. CPP. Yep, that'll do there. Hash include. And that's just going to be main game. .h. It's looking good already. Back in our game main. Oh dear, it's getting silly now. Hash include. I don't believe that. And it's src. I'm using backslashes, am I? I don't like backslashes, I like forward slashes. No, backslash then. Main game.h, there we are. So there we are. We've got that set up nicely. What do I need? I just need a construct and a go. No initialize. No. Okay. So here I will need class. Notice I'm not using any namespaces because this is not a library. If we get any clashes in here, there shouldn't be any because it should all be sorted out by now. Our class is going to be main game. There we are. And it needs a window. Already decided that, hadn't I? Yes. Yeah, we've already decided that. So that's going to be hash include display window.h. 1 second. This is really starting to bug me now. Why is it starting to bug me? Because I can't remember which way around I put things. Let's have a look in here just for a second. I've used forward slashes, haven't I? Okay. Continuity. Have to be continuity exercising. I'll turn them round. I'll be nice to you people. Yes, you can have them either way, is the answer. I need on that one. Okay, main display a window. Yeah, we got that now. So we do have amber. Colon, display. Colon, and it's window 3D. And I only want the address of the window. I don't want the whole damn thing. You've encountered all of this kind of thing before. Nothing new here. Nothing going on here. Title, main, game. There we are. Ooh. ME. Okay. There we are. We've got one of those. And we wanted a go, didn't we? Void. Go. There we go. And that's not right. Okay, let's do this again. Main game. Space. Public. There we go. That's a bit better. I thought it looked a bit dodgy to me. Let's also put some brackets in. Because we're good like that. La 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 la. Diddly did diddy. Semicolon. There we go. That looks like a class. That looks like a class and a half. Semicolon there. Helps. Got to be the simplest class I've ever written in a long time. And here's the interesting thing that you can do with Microsoft Visual Studio. And it's the only thing that I like about it. That's better. I think the rest of it, I think it's not as good as a Qt one. I think this is totally garbage for a programming environment. Especially Windows is a bad programming environment, not necessarily Microsoft Visual Studio. There is a big difference. Top line here, create definition. Ding! There you go. I can now put colon, come down, and M window equals window. There we go, that's that done. We don't have an M window, you're saying? Well, no, because I haven't written it yet. That goes to empty. This comes up here. Yep, I can program in both the .h and the .cpp file at the same time on the same screen, which is nice. Because now I know that I'm going to need an amber. And it's display window 3D and oh yeah, it's just M window, isn't it? M underscore window. I don't need to make it a star or anything, do I? No, I think I'm allowed to do it that way. But it's an address that I want to keep. I don't want the whole thing coming over. Got to be careful now. Okay, yeah, let's make it into a pointer. I'll keep everything as pointers, I think, from now on. Well, that's an and. Has to be equal to the address. That's okay. Yeah. Also notice how it's put the and in here between the two. Because really the ampersand sign should go in that slot there. But everybody always writes it on that side. Like the star here. The star doesn't belong to that part, it belongs to this part. But we always, it's a weirdosity that I've never really got over, that we do things the wrong way around as human beings to make it more sense in our own minds, I suppose. I'm in that window, save it out. That's you done. Main game here. Great definition. Interesting. I should really delete it. I guess. Now that I've made it a star. Even though it's... Oh no, I can't delete it. If I delete that, then I'll delete the window. So no, I can't. And it's not my job to delete the window, it's up to the window how it wants to be deleted, not me. So that's empty. That's good. And void go. The biggie. Yeah, right. And it's here. Just click on that. Create definition. Not much going on here for now. Just put empty. If I put empty in, I know it's intentional. That's the reason why I keep putting it in. If I just leave it blank, I don't know if it's intentional or not. Sounds silly, but it's true. There we go. That's what we've asked for so far. So that's what we've got. And that's complete. Why won't game go? Because there's no semicolons. There we go. Finished. Right. Lovely. Quick check. Yep, that's worked. No problems so far. That's good news. I can close this down, I think. So here we go. Let's just concentrate on this game for a minute. So I've got the constructor, the destructor, and a way to make it go. That's good, isn't it? That's a good start. But when you think about it, we're going to need a few little things for it to happen, really. So that's your public side. What functions will we need to make a game loop? That's the question. And you can go in this part here. We can put these to one side. So I'm going to put these in a different order, aren't I? Yeah, there's two things that a game loop needs to do. It needs to compose the frame, and then it needs to update. So what I'm going to call these are void, and I'll call it compose frame, and it needs to do some kind of update. So what can we call that? Update. It's usually, I used to call it model because it used to just be up for one model, but it isn't. It's the whole scene, isn't it? Really. So you compose the scene and then update the scene. I think that might be a better way of putting it. I'm not sure. Update frame. Well, yeah, we'll just keep like update mod for now. The names that you call things, they should really mean what they do. But hey ho. I think this one's going to be obvious. In game loop. None of these are going to take any kind of variables. So that's alright. We'll pop you in. That's you done. There we go. Pop you in. Thank you. Just putting empty and everything. For now, I'm not writing any of these straight off the bat, although really I could. Create definition. No, I want to do it the old-fashioned way. There we go. That's everything done. And that now gives us... Do I need anything else in here? Yes. We need some variables, don't we? Let's see what we're going to need. We are going to need something to hold our graphics. And I will call that pointer m_gfx is my normal way of putting it. Graphics, gfx. Yeah, we'll have some game logic as well in here. And I will call that pointer m under. I'll just call it game logic. That's okay. You could put a start screen in if you wanted. I'm not going to program that part. And the main thing that we do want in here is an int. This is a biggie. And this is called Game State. Now, I haven't initialized Game State, so I'll have to do that. We do have to initialize these when we get to them as well. So, here we are in main game.cpp. Comma. I'll just put it in here, won't I? Game state. And we can pop that in as a 0 for now. Wish I wouldn't forget the M. Yeah, we're okay with that. That's gonna cover our variables. Yeah. Absolutely. Can't see why not. There's nothing wonderful going on with this. What I'll say though is that game state 0 equals, I'll do it a different way. 0 is start. You'll see what I mean. 1 is playing. So start, pause, start screen, whatever you want to put in there. And 2 is game over or end. I'm going to call it for now. That's just a little note for myself so that I remember. We will need to, another space here, initialize our graphics when we get those. Let's see, we will need to make a new game logic. Called m_game logic, isn't it? Game logic, and we're going to need in the game logic, we're going to need probably the graphics and the window. I'll just put those two like that because I don't know how that's going to pan out. And of course we need to initialize a game logic. Yeah. Right. Here we will need to delete in reverse order, so it's game logic first, and then we can delete, always delete in reverse order, in case one is, as you can see here, this one is dependent upon the graphics, which we haven't got yet. So the graphics will be made first, and then the game logic. So make new GFX here. Delete GFX. There we go. Every time you have a new, always have a delete. That's why I always put it in. It's a keyword. It's a C++ keyword, and does refer to the match up. So new equals a delete. We are responsible for making these, so we are responsible for deleting these. We weren't responsible for creating the window, therefore we will not be deleting it. That's roughly how it works. So what will Go do? Not a lot really at the moment. I mean, if you were going to have a game state 0, it would initialize a start screen or something like that. Could init a start screen or other stuff. There you go. I mean, that's what Go can do. What are we going to do? We're just going to ask it to do the main game loop. There we are. Just pass it over. But it's there for you to for expanding. It's there. It's set up to be expanded for a start screen. So that's why that's there. Compose screen. Oh, sorry, compose frame. That's just going to be GFX, and it's a pointer, and that's just going to be update graphics. That's what that's going to do. That's going to compose a frame. So in there will be the main renderer, and we will register all the objects to be drawn. And then, don't know if we set it off in there or not. I'm not really too bothered. What I am bothered about is what we do in here, in this next bit here. Update model. This is important because we do need to update the window. The compose frame is actually going to render it. Not happy about that. I would prefer the rendering to go here. In update model. Yeah, I want the rendering in here. Update model gets done last. You compose the frame, then you update the model. So under compose frame, well, no, it's awkward this because MWindow is actually the final part of the process, because in MWindow we have got dot. No, we have an arrow now to update, don't we? Now in update you will see that it will poll the keyboard for keyboard input, and it will also swap the buffers, so the screen will update, or the window will update to whatever's been composed and rendered on it. So I suppose really it's correctly in the right place. Normally in update model though, just before I do that I would do the render. But considering it's the last thing that's going to happen in there on update graphics, is there really any point? We'll see when I get to it. We'll see how I feel when I get to it. The main game loop. This is what we're here for. This is why we're here. Yeah. This is definitely not empty. So it's while, and it's going to be not underscore window pointers to closed. Well, it's not closed Can we go around a while loop, please? And that's it. Run. Are you going to change colour? No, of course you're not, because we're not rendering. But there you go, it's not doing anything. Absolutely nothing. I can't even get a hold of it. So that wasn't very clever of me. Where are you gone to? Oh, you're over here, are you? Okay. Alright, okay. Control C. No symbols loaded. I'm not interested in your symbols. Oh, exception thrown. Okay, yeah, right, okay. Right, alright. Control Z, X, C, anything? Oh, stuff here. It's bombed out, that's okay. Which I expected because we haven't programmed it to do anything properly. Lovely, so we better do that, I think, first of all. It's got no pathway through, so no symbols loaded. Blah de blah blah, but yeah, kernel base. I'm not surprised you got no symbols loaded, mate. Oh dear, bless. Stop it here. Yeah, thank you. Very kind. What we're going to have in our main loop, we're going to have absolutely everything. So the first one is if game state is equal to 0, okay, m underscore game state is equal to 0. Again, you could do start screen again. Or whatever. No. Oh yeah, you could do a start screen, yeah. I'll put it in. I'm tempted not to put much in, you see. If m underscore window pointer is key pressed, open glfw underscore key underscore enter, then we would change game state. Yeah, that's okay. And then we will put remove start screen. Keep it consistent. And put m underscore game state equal to 1. In other words, press enter to play. So on the start screen, you just put a screen that says press enter to play. Dear me. Case sensitive, are you? Alright, okay, fair enough. Didn't realise that either. There we go. Now, because I'm not having a start screen, I'm going to put else. And for testing only, remove if you have a start screen. There you go. Pop that in for you. Game state equals 1. I'm forgetting all my semicolons and everything today, aren't I? Terrible. Right, done with that. That should do. And then we can just say else if game state is equal to 1. Why has it gone down there? Oh, I put it in the wrong place. Not why I went to that. Whoops. Ah, copy. No. Let's try cut. Paste. Thank you. Else if game state is equal to 1. Compose frame, innit? That's all I want to do. That one's easy. And then else if game state is equal to 2, and we want to do something as well. What shall we do? Exit the program. How's about that? Bit iffy. Bit iffy. Nah. Because then it'll just look as though it crashed. Cut. What can we have? Yeah, we can do that, can't we? If m_window. Good grief, my typing. I'm all over the place today, as you can tell. I think I haven't taken one of my tablets. Whoops. Is key pressed? And we'll have glfw_key enter again. And if that's pressed, then we'll do exit. I think that's going to be roughly about it, isn't it? I'll put the else in because, you know, show game over screen. Can't see why not. We can do that. And the last line of our if statement is an else. Always finish on an else. std : we haven't put stream in, have we? I'm just going to put exit 99, which to me means you've exited with an error. That's my code for the end of the game loop. 99, I use that all the time for some known reason. I'm not putting IO stream in. There's no reason, just for that one line. I can't see a reason for it. Because everything else works perfectly. Except for the fact that we don't actually have that. Things like graphics. Yeah, okay. So I now have to hit return. Well, no, it'll go into an endless loop again, won't it? Because it's not doing anything. We'll see. Let's just build that. Succeeded. Run that. And we get our game. And I think we're in the same position as before because we're not actually rendering. There's no real rendering going on here. Yeah, until we've got OpenGL in use, I don't think we're going to be able to do much there. That's a shame. It won't register it from there. Interesting. There we go. Just press the red button. Oh, Microsoft, you are so silly. I got to press the red button. You still left me something, though. Exited with a code of -1. In other words, not properly. That's fine. I'm just going to check the logic on it. So main game, window, game go. I really don't like what I've done with window, though. I don't like that at all. I'm not happy with this being a star, a pointer. I don't like using a pointer when I can't delete it. I'm not going to use a pointer then. I'm not going to be deleting it, so when this closes, I know it's going to delete the variable, but it won't delete the window as such. So that should do that. Yeah. Yeah. So all that does is change these to dots. We're not going to be tight for any kind of memory. I mean, the whole game's going to be about 55 meg. And on today's things of gigabytes, I mean, it's nothing really. It is to me because I'm used to writing these in like 16K and 32K. I mean, this whole game is what? Really, at the end of the day, it's probably about 32K in text. It's all the compilations and libraries and God knows what that gets stuffed into it that makes a mess. Interesting. What did I do wrong on this line? Well, this line looks like that line. Thank you. You just didn't realise that it was a dot. Okay, that's fine. Sorry, Windows, to confuse you. I feel a bit better now because I know that when we hit here, this variable mwindow will disappear. And that to me is cleaner than having a pointer just left dangling around doing nothing, because it won't get destroyed. And we can't destroy it in here because we don't own it. Got to be very careful with pointers. If you make one, make sure it can get destroyed. And if you're wondering, if we were to make it a pointer here, it would automatically get destroyed. That's an automatic delete asterisk anything in here, so it will get destroyed at that point. So it's okay to do it here without a delete. It's the only time when you can do it, so I don't. I never do it because my window is not massive. Yeah, that's looking good. So game we're finished. Main game loops up and running. A lot of green bits in to fill in. Count my brackets. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, main game loop. Yeah. check, 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 check. Yeah, that's fine. So I'll be working with these two and expanding into graphics on the next part. Awesome. I'll just save that out. I will click on my little pencil here, and that is game. I'll call it the main game loop created. Not finished, but created. And I will commit all. I will synchronize with the server. And it's going to do some... Oh, it isn't, it's a push. Because it's my first time on YouTube. Yes! There we go, it's the first time we've done this. I wish you could remember who we are. It can, but I just haven't set it up for that. There we go, that's done. That's all there is to it. That's your main game loop. It's simple, straightforward, C++, constructor, destructor, go, and then 3 compose, update, and loop. So those are your 3 functions that you need to make a game loop. So you compose your frame and you update your model. Well, update the frame, I suppose. It really could be called. I'll think on that. When everything's done, check the keyboard. See how easy it is to check the keyboard now. We've got it in direct in our GLFW. And that's what we just is key press and just ask it. That is how we check the keyboard. It's unbelievably simple, but it works. Well, it will work once we get the window activated properly. So at this point I'm going to stop. I'm going to think about a couple of things here and then I'll do the graphics for you. Take care. Catch you next time, and above all, have fun.